this is weird. I never did it this way. Hey everybody, this is Lorelia coming to you with a video today. I pray that this is working out. First time I've ever streamed in portrait. Usually do it in landscape. But today I am doing a video about why do-it-yourself business credit doesn't work. And what do I mean by that? Well, it really just depends on what is your end result. And what do I mean by that? Not new to the conversation of credit. On this channel, I primarily talk about business credit, personal credit, have over, 500 videos. And plus, on a daily basis, I do talk to individuals who are seeking funding. They are seeking funding for their business or real estate. And what I've noticed, and that is why I did a video, I want to do a video on it, is why do-it-yourself business credit doesn't work. What do I mean by that? Do-it-yourself business credit is that and once again, like I said, depends on your end result. If you just want a bunch of information, you just want to take in information, and really in the day and time now, we're in the information age. There is an abundance of information. Everyone is pretty much rehashing the same thing when it comes to business credit. So what happens is that most people are out there selling you a course, selling you a class on how to get business credit. And so usually it goes like this. You're going to get your Dun & Bradstreet. You're going to work on your paydex score. You're going to work towards getting an 80 or higher paydex score. First, you're going to get some net 30 or net 60 or net 45 accounts, and then you're going to move up to another tier, and then ultimately you pray you get the money. And so this is the process that everyone is regurgitating online. And what happens is that a person purchases these classes, purchases these courses, and I've talked about this in other videos. The reason why most people really think that process is going to work is because you feel like you're getting something immediate. What do I mean by that? You're told, create a Dun & Bradstreet account or whatever they tell you to do. And then they say, okay, go get a few trade lines from Uline, Granger, the list goes on. And you feel like you're doing something. Oh, wow, I am really building business credit. And really all you're doing is buying a whole bunch of stuff that you probably don't need. And so one may ask, well, how do I get to the money? How do I get to the money? Lorelia, how are you helping people, get $60,000 in funding? Another client, 84. Just this week, another client of mine was pre-approved for 70,000. And they're not building a Dun & Bradstreet account. They're not building their paydex score. How is it being done? Well, the thing is that what is the end result? If your end result is to get money, if you're really saying, Lorelia, I want $25,000 or more in business credit to get started, to have it as an alternative source to pair with real estate. Lorelia, I want to be able to get $50,000 in business credit to be able to possibly do some real estate deals, whether it's acquisition, whether it's alternative funding sources. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the one thing that you shouldn't be doing is building a Dun & Bradstreet. I understand it has its place. Don't get me wrong. Is it a waste of time? Not really. It depends on what it is that you want to do. But if you are saying I want it as an alternative source of funding to pair with real estate or capital into my business, then really do-it-yourself business credit programs will pretty much leave you with nothing. Now, I'm not going to speak for everyone out there who has a course or what have you, but a lot of the people that come to me are left with nothing. They left with a lot of information. They've created all these accounts online, but they still don't have the funding. They still don't have the funding. And what happens is that, I'm a big advocate of there is 100 ways to skin a cat. I am not going to say my way is the only way, but I do know this: that way isn't going to get you any money if that is your ultimate goal. If your goal is to get a lot of information, learn a lot of stuff, then by all means, there's someone with a course on that. There's someone with a class on that. There's someone with an ebook with like for that. But what happens is most people, I would say 80% of the people are pretty much left empty. They're left empty because ultimately they're trying to get to the money. They're trying to create an alternative source to finance, real estate deals, or to have, an injection of capital into their business. And all they're really doing is they just have outflows of money going out of their account. I mean, you don't have to be a genius to understand what does me creating a Uline, nothing against the company, Granger, Amazon, or any of the, what does that have to do with ultimately getting me to business credit? Like, I just don't see how people can't see through this. I mean, but understand this. I get it, because this is nothing new. Even myself. That's why I tell people what people are regurgitating, rehashing, and kind of putting their sauce on it. It has been out for years. I even many moons ago, I say sometime in 2001. Yeah, I'm telling my age. I did the same thing. I did the same thing thinking that that was going to get me business credit. But what it is that the reason why that process that most people are sold on, do it yourself business credit, courses and classes, no reward to money at the end, is because at the end of the day it's very salacious. Hey, we're going to get you all this credit and business credit, and there you don't have to use your social security number. It doesn't matter, what your personal credit looks like. There's a windfall of money just waiting to be poured into your lap. That sounds real good, doesn't it? And so, hey, good evening, BR. It sounds very good. It sounds very salacious. But at the end of the day, if you're in gold, two of the gentlemen I worked with last month, were we, between the both of them, over $140,000 in funding. I don't say this to entice you, because I really never like to put numbers out there, because most people don't have the wherewithal to stay the course to really get to the 5 figures in funding. When I say 5 figures, I'm talking about over 50,000. Although I say $25,000 or more, most of the individuals that I've worked with, they have been able to get 50 or more $1,000. Gentleman that I'm working with right now recently got a pre-approval on the low end, 40,000 up to 70. That is what the lender is proposing that he got pre-approved for. So those type of pre-approvals take a little bit more strategy. And I could tell you right now, if you're someone who's looking for that type of funding, what's out there on the internet, the do-it-yourself courses, classes, ebooks, or what have you, it's not going to get you there. And so it's a great combination to pair with real estate. It's an alternative funding source. Hey, Bishop Jeffrey Mustafa, if this is something that you're interested in and want to learn more, go to my website, Bishop. It's www.helpmegetbizcredit.com. Understand, this is not a course, is not a class. It's me guiding you through the process for you to get the funding. That is how it that is what I do. So I'm not selling you on a class, I'm not giving you a course or an ebook. It's partnering with you, being your guide, helping you eliminate the blind spots so you can get to the funding faster. And understand, everyone doesn't qualify for me to work with. That is why I do 30-minute consultation to see if it's a good fit, see if I could truly help you. Because right now I have a 98% approval. Thank you, Bishop. Approval with helping business owners get funding, and so I want to be able to really be able to help clients get the results that they're looking for. So, can't work with everybody. Um, and so this is not, like I said, it's not a class where 1,000 people are in a Facebook group and kind of just, sharing some tips and sharing some strategies. Because understand, a lot of times those individuals who are selling you on those courses, on those classes, no shade, I'm not saying they don't have the results. They have them. I truly believe they do. But the thing is that can they do the same for you? And so that is why I'm very big on sharing client success stories, because it's easy for a person to get it. Most of the time, people are saying, oh, this is what I did, for another person to acquire that. And that's a whole nother dynamic. So that's another thing. And this is what I truly feel like. 1,000 or more people, 2,000, 5,000 people in a Facebook group, paying $97 for a business credit class. You ain't getting no 5 figures in funding. What you getting is pretty much a bunch of rehash information that everybody and their mama's pretty much putting together on the internet. No shade, but that's what's out there. That is what's out there. So I'm a big advocate of DIY credit courses that do not work, because some people are still not able to eliminate the blind spots. The blind spots are still there. And how does a person get to their first $25,000 when that is what they're ultimately trying to do? I literally, no shade, because I'm interested in seeing what's out there on the internet. And that's why I could talk about it. And so literally bought a person, not going to say man or woman, ebook for $47. And all it was, I want to say, a 2-page essay. I have no problem with that. The amount of content doesn't matter. A person can have a one-sheeter, but at the end of the day, it didn't leave me with no course, no recourse to be able to get what it was that that person had. So this 2-page essay was everything about 1 year. No, you don't, Bishop. No, you don't. I'm a big advocate. The reason why I'm a big advocate of leveraging your personal credit. So no, you do not have to be a seasoned business owner. But understand, the strategy I teach is about leveraging your personal credit. So this is not, Shell Corp, LLC, whatever, all these confusing tactics that really leave a person puzzled, not sure, to not get, the funding. That's not here. Strategically leveraging your personal credit to get you the business funding. That is what I teach. So going back to what I said, it was a 2-page, really, essay. Like I said, content don't matter, whether it was 20 pages, 200 pages, or 2 pages, but it didn't leave me with a course of, well, how can I get this for myself? It was just really a snapshot of what this person did, where they were at, what they were able to overcome and what they have now. And so you're left with, okay, well, how do I do it? Okay, and that is what I see a lot of. A lot of people out there saying, this is what I have in business credit, and this is what I have in business, and I'm doing this and I'm doing this, but it's not being transferred. And that's why it gives much pleasure, a lot of pleasure to know that the individuals that I work with, very selective of who I work with, um, are able to, if they're coachable, get the 5 figures in funding. So once again, I'm at the 15-minute mark. If this sounds like something that you are interested in, so if you're looking for a roadmap, if you're looking to get to the 5 figures in business funding to pair with real estate, a lot of the individuals I work with do use that funding to, jumpstart their real estate business, or if they're already an investor, of course, they know the importance of having other people's money, alternative funding sources. Go to www. Next one. Bye-bye.